Today we are talking about Sriracha. So Sriracha is a style of sauce that traditionally have not been that big of a fan of. But people change. My thoughts, my flavor preferences for Sriracha have changed as well. I'm just not a big fan of the traditional, Hoi Fong rooster sauce. I'm just not. I don't know what it is about that sauce, but I can't do it. So I'm not into it. But I've had some very, very good Srirachas since then. Fix is a great company, makes great Sriracha. Charman makes a fantastic Sriracha. And we have a new series of Srirachas I've never had before. This is from Kitchen Garden Farm. And where are you from? They're from Sunderland, Massachusetts. So the Kitchen Garden LLC, Sunderland, Massachusetts. So we have 3 sauces by them. We have their base Sriracha, and then we have a Habanero Sriracha, and also, I'm hoping, an incredibly hot ghost pepper Sriracha. A super hot Sriracha is actually something I've never had before, so I'm pretty excited about that. There's some things that I'm definitely interested in about their technique, the choices that they've made, but we're going to jump right into them. So we have 3. We're going to start off with the original, and then we're going to go to their Habanero, and then we're going to move on to their ghost pepper and see how they kind of stack up. So we have the original Sriracha here. It's organic, which is very, very cool. I love sauces and sauce makers that use organic ingredients, that have a simplistic list of ingredients on there. I will say that all 3 of these Srirachas are far thinner than I was expecting them to be. I talk about it all the time, but I'm a huge texture person when it comes to sauces. And I feel like a Sriracha sauce is kind of like a topper sauce. So you have food and you're topping it with Sriracha. And when you're topping it, like the sauce has to have like this like body and texture to it, so it's going to physically stick to the food that you're going to be eating. And these are definitely on the thinner side, so I'm very interested to see how this kind of goes. So the ingredients on these are awesome. So organic peppers grown on our farm, organic cane sugar, organic distilled vinegar, organic garlic, sea salt, and xanthan gum. So like the 3 ingredients that you're going to find in basically all Srirachas is you're going to have the peppers, clearly. I believe that the original rooster sauce is made with red habanero, or red jalapenos, I believe. And maybe at one point I think they were using serrano, but I believe it's jalapenos, and then you're going to have sugar and you're going to have garlic. Like those are the 3 flavor profiles that you're going to be seeing in Srirachas. And they have organic cane sugar. I don't like my sauces super, super sweet. I like sweet heat, but I like the sweetness to come from fruit or something like that. I don't like a sweet, like a sugary sauce, if that makes any sense. But I'm interested to see how that goes. And organic garlic. Going back to that original Sriracha, something that kind of turned me off by it is I don't think they use like actual garlic. I think it's like a garlic powder that's in there. I'm not sure. But very, very cool. The organic peppers grown on our farm. What kind of peppers are those? You know, I want to know what kind of peppers you're using. I'm assuming they're using red jalapenos because that's the original. Ooh, I don't want to taste it early. So coming right out of the bottom. I will say, fabulous bottle choice. It's got the plastic squeeze bottle. I love that. Bottle choice is always something that's so important to the sauce, and this is a sauce that you're going to be like pouring all over everything. So you're going to be using it liberally. There's a good amount of sauce. This comes in an 8-ounce bottle. So a standard like hot sauce bottle is 5 ounces, I believe, but this is 8 ounces, so it makes sense. All right, so let's see how it goes. So like I said, thinner sauce comes out pretty easily. I'm actually not seeing too much going on. I see the aroma off this is amazing, though. I do see some garlic floating in it, but other than that, it's been strained pretty well. So there's not a ton going on in the sauce, but I do see a little bit of the skins from whatever peppers they're using, and maybe some of that placenta that's in there, and definitely probably some garlic, I'm assuming. It smells unbelievable, though. It smells, I can smell the peppers. I get the garlic. I get a lot of it here. Okay. All right. Cheers, people. That is quite good. I will say, like I said, it's a little bit on the thinner side. So it's got like this, a little bit more of a hit from the vinegar than I thought it was going to have. I could use a little bit more body. I think this is actually hotter than I thought it was going to be too. I think this is going to translate across the entire line. Delicious sauce. I get a little bit of sweetness from it. Mostly I'm getting like a little bit of a hit of vinegar, and the sweetness kind of comes simultaneously, and then the garlic in the background. But you can definitely tell that the quality of the sauce is fantastic. I'm picking up the pepper blend, hits you right in the front as well, whatever their blend of peppers is. That's kind of the first thing I'm getting with, that kind of sits there with the aroma, the smell coming off the spoon as well. So you're getting this like pepper, sugary, so peppers first, sugar and garlic in the middle of the palate, and then garlic kind of comes over the end after like that initial hit of the vinegar that sort of like hit you. Great representation of a traditional sriracha sauce. I just wish it had a little bit more body to it. Okay, moving on down the line, we're gonna do their habanero sriracha. This is gonna be interesting because habaneros have like a fruitiness to them, and so it'll be interesting to see how this kind of plays in a sriracha. See if they change the ingredients. It says, our sauces are handcrafted from organic peppers grown on our family farm. That's awesome. I love the fact that this is also this is all organic. Let's see here. So organic chilies, organic cane sugar, organic vinegar, organic garlic, salt, and xanthan gum. Have they changed the ingredients at all? So the only thing that's different is that this one, the original, has organic distilled vinegar, and this just has organic vinegar. I'm assuming that that was intentional. Same texture, or it looks like it has the same sort of like body as the first one. Let's get this going. This might have slightly more thickness to it, which I'm assuming is going to be where the sugar is. So I'm interested to see if this one's going to have a little bit more of a sugary hit. I can smell the habanero, so I'm assuming that habanero, I would assume, and I would hope, that habanero is the #1 ingredient in here. So organic chilies. So it's just organic chilies. So these are not organic chilies grown on their farm. So it says organic peppers grown on our farms in the original. So they're sourcing the habaneros from somewhere else, I'm assuming. But they're still organic, which is good. Okay, cheers. Wow, this is delicious. I was very interested. Wow. You get the flavor of habanero, which I was hoping was going to be there, but I wasn't sure exactly how much I was going to like it, because like habaneros has got this like fruitiness to them. I think they've upped the sugar content ever so slightly, so there's like this like stickiness that is happening with this one more so than the original. And let's see if so sodium is 90 milligrams on this one, 90 milligrams across. Let's see if they added sugar. There's almost no sugar in this though, so total 1 gram of sugar and 1 gram of sugar. So they have not changed the list of ingredients at all. It looks like they just changed the peppers, and they went with distilled vinegar in the first one and just regular organic vinegar in the second one. But for some reason, I'm getting more of a sugar kind of like stickiness on this one. I prefer this one over the original so far. It's got slightly more body than the first one, not as thin. And the habanero hit really plays well with it. So it's got this like very ripe, fruity brightness to it that's just fabulous. Wow. Really good. All right, moving on to the third and final, their ghost pepper one. So the ingredients are organic peppers grown on our farm. I'm assuming that the #1 ingredient is ghost peppers. That's an assumption I'm making, unless they have some sort of pepper blend. So, organic peppers grown on our farm, organic cane sugar, organic distilled vinegar, organic garlic, sea salt, xanthan gum. The exact same ingredients as the first one. But you can tell there's a color difference. Like this is definitely darker from the ghost peppers, and this is lighter from, I'm assuming, red jalapenos. It says super hot with ghost peppers. It's got its own little sticker. I like that. That's very cool branding side. Organic as well. Oh, this is kind of cool. I just realized this. They have like the logo on it is like it's like a dragon rooster, which I think is really cool. Very cool. Okay, let's give it a swirl. This is the thinnest out of all of them so far. Ooh, all on my countertop. This is definitely the thinnest out of all of them. Okay, let's get a smell actually. It smells hot. Ghost peppers, right off the bat. Definitely the thinnest. I can see pieces of ghost pepper, maybe pieces of garlic floating in it. All right, cheers. Okay, it's hot. Man, much harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, the number one ingredient in this is definitely going to be ghost peppers. Maybe sort of blend. I'm tasting the ghost peppers. And for super hots, if you guys watch my channel, you know that I don't necessarily normally like the flavor of super hot peppers, but I actually enjoy the flavor of these. Ghost pepper flavor is one of them where it doesn't really turn me off. It doesn't have this, like, I don't know, that weird floral bitterness that like a Reaper has to it. It's just not there with the ghost pepper. So I actually like ghost peppers. This is interesting. This is like 50% of a super hot, like kind of vinegar forward ghost pepper sauce, and 50% sriracha. So it's more ghost peppery than it is sriracha-y, if that makes any sense. So number one ingredient, or the first flavor you're definitely getting, you're getting the super hot peppers, you're getting ghost peppers, and then immediately over the top is going to be coming like those sriracha flavors. So you're going to get the sugar, you're going to get the garlic, and it does compete. Like the sauce is so hot that I feel like the sriracha flavors could be lost. You have to like really get that, like nail the sugar and the garlic content to like get it to come up with the ghost peppers, and they've definitely done it. So, okay, to break these three down, these are fabulously made sauces. Very, very well done. The flavor profiles are on point. You can tell that these are organically grown, quality made sauces. The only thing that I would like to see from these, or the only thing that I normally like about a sriracha sauce is I like to have that like thickness to them. I personally think that I like my srirachas to have just a little bit more body so it physically sticks to the food. I love the choice of bottles that they put them in. The colors are great, the flavors are great, the aromas are great. I'm going, it's weird, this is the sleeper sauce for me, so I'm going with the habanero. The habanero is my favorite, and going into this, if you ask me which one my favorite was going to be, I'd probably say the ghost pepper, but the habanero is just great. It's got a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more of that garliciness to it, and it just has a little bit more body than the other two. All fantastically made though. If you guys are, if these are sauces that interest you, I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can check these out as well. Thank you to Kitchen Garden Farms for sending these over. Very, very good stuff. Alrighty, well, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next.
Hey, this is Brian Ames. Please click the subscribe button that you see right there, and you'll subscribe to my videos. From now on, I'm going to be eating a lot of peppers. It's going to, oh man, it's going to be great. Bye.